Welcome to Kani's class. Today we will see about electron emission and electron ballistics. Modern appliances and instruments, um, they are mostly depend on electronics, and that includes the movement of electrons, and they are sometimes, for example, in TV screens, these electrons are made to fall on some luminescent materials. So we should have a thorough knowledge about how electrons are emitted from a solid surface, and how they are made to hit on a material or metal target. So the dynamics of electrons should be studied well. So first we will see about thermionic emission. First we will picturize a solid. A solid is a regular or irregular arrangement of atoms. So in these atoms, electrons occupy their different energy levels. So quantum mechanically, a solid can be visualized as a potential well. So this is a one-dimensional potential well only along x direction. So inside this potential well, the electrons of all the atoms, they all are in different energy levels. So these are electrons. So these electrons are free to move inside the solids. So actually these electrons, they reside in a lattice and they vibrate. So when we give small amount of energy, these electrons are free to move from one lattice to the other. But they cannot come out of the solid and stay here. So this is not possible at room temperature, or if there is no disturbance. We can imagine this as the lowest energy level E0, and now we know, after studying semiconductors, we know the Fermi energy level. So the Fermi energy level is the maximum energy level where all the levels below the energy level are filled and above the energy levels are empty, filled by the electrons. So that is the Fermi energy level. So this energy level is called as the vacuum level. Vacuum level phi. So coming out of the solid surface. So if we supply an energy which is equal to the vacuum level, or this is otherwise called as the work function of the material. So the work function of the material phi is equal to the energy required for an electron to come out of the solid or come out of the solid surface to the atmosphere. So that is called as the work function of the material. So if we supply this energy, actually this is phi is equal to E0 minus EF. Why? Actually EF is the maximum energy level, E0 is the lowest. Since the charge of an electron is negative, we know the lowest energy level is minus 13.6 electron volt, and the next level is minus 10.5 electron volt. So all these are in the negative energy levels. So here comes the Fermi level E0 minus EF. So when you supply the energy for these electrons to come out of the metal, you have to supply the work function phi. So how can we give this energy? So this can be in terms of thermionic emission. So where you give this energy in terms of temperature, and the field emission. You can apply the electric field to these electrons and they come out, and you can apply the photons, light photons. Secondary emission is something different. So you supply this phi energy to the electron by bombarding with some other particle. So that the particle will impart energy to the electron and come out of the potential well to the surface of the material. So these are four different ways by which the electron emission can taken place. To give the thermionic emission. So for that, this work function phi should be very less, and this will happen at very high temperature. Very high temperature of, that is for example 2500 degrees Celsius for metal. So this cathode or the thermionic emission material should withstand very high temperature. So it should have a high melting point, and it should have mechanically strong. It should have strength to withstand that high melting point. And these are the characteristics of thermionic emitters. And there are different types of thermionic emission, direct and indirect emitters. So directly we can give the potential or temperature to these emitters, or this can be kept inside a metal, and then this can be given a potential. So this is direct and indirect emitters. And the best example for thermionic emitters are tungsten and thoriated tungsten and oxide coated metals. So these are practically available thermionic emitters. Next is electron ballistics. So after knocking out the electrons from the metal, we have to make these electrons to travel and hit some luminescent material or any target material. And we have to study whatever taking place afterwards. So we have to study about the dynamics of the electron motion or the electron projectiles. So that is called as electron ballistics. So for that we'll start from the type of the field. So only the field, electric and magnetic field, can manipulate the motion of the electrons. So we'll start from the field. So first is uniform field. So how a uniform field will look like? So if there is a electrode, and here it has some field strength, and here is at this point some other electrode, and if it has the same field strength, the lines of forces running between these two electrodes will be parallel and equal. So this type of field is called as uniform electric field. And at some point the field is E, and some other point if the field strength is E1, then the number of lines of forces passing between them will vary, and they will not be parallel also. So it will be like this. So this is called as non-uniform magnetic field. So let us now take a uniform magnetic field. So we'll take the electrodes